Hello and welcome to day 9 of Improve Your Posture. My name is Inga and I'm so happy you're here. Today we're going to be working on just moving the body, getting a little bit more into our core muscles and kind of working on some shoulder and wrist placement when it comes to moving our body. So let's get started in a tabletop position today. A little bit different here. Shoulders stack over your wrists and then hips over your knees here, and you're going to draw your shoulder blades on your back. So instead of kind of the shoulders creeping up here, I want you to think about clicking them into place. And as we do this, you're going to breathe. So take a deep breath in and then hold your core in place. Walk your knees back 2 to 4 inches and pause here. And then re-click your shoulders into place. Notice if your head just dropped, lift the back of your head and then walk back a little bit more here. So we're moving to a modified plank. Redraw the shoulder blades back, push into the hands. You shouldn't feel any wrist pain here. Really push into the fingertips here. And then see if you can slide your toes back just a little bit more. And then shift your little bit weight forward here into your hands. So shoulders over the wrists, knees are not necessarily over the hip, or knees are behind the hips, and then core is really engaged over we're here. Breathe in and breathe out. So you're supporting yourself, shoulders over the wrist. We're adding in this kind of bony structure here to really support our body. And then slowly walk yourself forward. Keep the shoulders engaged and think about dialing out your hands. So you're kind of rolling your biceps in and engaging through your core while we're here. We're going to take the left toes back behind us and we're going to push them into the mat. Make sure that your pelvis is in a neutral position. Lift the back of your head, lift into your ribs and pause. See if you can float that left leg up. Now, keeping the shoulders clicked into place, keeping the pelvis neutral, take your toes over to the left side of your mat and tap them. Create a rainbow effect and come all the way over to the right. Keep your pelvis in neutral, keep your shoulders strong, keep your core engaged as we start to move here. And you'll notice my low back isn't moving, my hips aren't, or my pelvis isn't moving, but my hips are. And we're just breathing here. And you should really feel your right glute turn on as we do so. Breathe, try not to drop your chin. Your gaze should be at the front of your mat. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Hold to the right and pause. Push your heel back and feel your left glute engage. Maybe slide your hands back a little bit here. Keep those shoulders over your wrists, shoulders nice and tall, core engaged here, and breathe. Awesome, then slide the left leg in. Take the right toes back behind you and push into the mat. Float the leg, keep the inner thigh active, so don't flare with your hip. Keep your hip rotating in, and then take your toes over to the right and tap, and then rainbow over to the left. So small movements while we're here, lifting into the back of your head, feeling your core, feeling your glutes engage, and breathe. Awesome. This should feel like good work here in our left glute. Pelvis stays neutral. Really keep those shoulders drawing back. 3, 2, 1, hold over to the left and push. Awesome, breathe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then slide your right toes in. We're gonna take our fingertips out to the side here. So you might already be feeling it in your wrists. Keep the core engaged, keep the ribs engaged, and then let's just start to circle in the hands. Moving from side to side, finding some movement here. And you'll feel each piece in each part of your wrist as we move. And then reverse the direction that you're moving. Awesome. Opening through those wrists, opening through your shoulders, keeping the core engaged just as we move here. 2 more. Awesome. Then pause here, come back to center. Bring your hands back down and then tuck your toes under and we'll lift up for a down dog here. Walk your hands back about 2/3 of the way. Bring your heels to the ground and then reach your fingertips forward and tent your fingers. As you do so, how much further can you reach your fingertips forward? Bend into your knees a little bit here and feel this nice big pull in your shoulders, nice big pull in your low back. Feel your glutes engage. Awesome. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Walk your hands all the way back and then come all the way up to the top. Let's walk to the front of our mat. Let's get started with a sun sal 1. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift through the ribs, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, bend your knees, push your butt back as you fold. Step your right toes back, lower to your right knee. Keep your toes tucked under and come up. I want you to take your hands out right in front of you, just like we were in that tabletop. Pull your ribs back, squeeze into your glutes here, and then if you need to, you can always untuck that knee if it's bothersome. I want you to push into your hands and pull your sternum back here. Protract through your shoulders, and then feel your shoulders as they reach forward, and then draw your hands back, retract through the shoulders, and then come back to neutral. So if you can see from the back, so I'm gonna push into my hands, protract, then retract the shoulders back, and then come back to neutral. Push, retract, and then come to neutral. One more. Push, retract the shoulders, and then come back to neutral. Bring your right hand down to the ground. Left hand comes to your hips. Tuck your right toes under and lift into your knee. Click your right shoulder into place and then take a little bit of a twist here. Take your gaze down and breathe. Feel your right shoulder working, feel your right glute working, and then pull your left hip back so pelvis is still neutral. Awesome. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to bend into this right leg a little bit here and then slowly come up crescent lunge. Keep your left hand onto your low back and reach your right arm as high as you can here. If you want, you can start to push your pubic bone forward and take a little bit of a back bend here. Feel your core engage, feel your glutes engage. Think more about reaching through those right fingertips. One more big breath. Slide your right hand down to your left thigh. Start to lean forward, click your right shoulder into place and float your left toes. Breathe, ribs engage. So low back is nice and long. You're pushing into that left leg. Then draw your right knee into your chest and see if you can come up to a stand. Hand slides to your belly this time. Pull your ribs together, glutes on, core on, and then slowly sink back, warrior three. If this ever becomes too much, you can also use a wall or a chair. So we're just coming up and then we're shifting back here. Really think about sliding your shoulders into place using your core. So come up to stand and then shift back. So keep your spine tall here. Come up to stand and slide back. One more, come up to stand and then take a big step to the side lunges, moving from side to side. Take your arms out like a T this time and think about your back being a table. So spine is nice and long, skull, scapula, sacrum, all in one straight line as you move through those hips, keeping those arms out like a T. You should feel like a nice big workout here in the arms and in the legs. If you need to stay upright, you can also take your arms out like a T here, but we're really using those glutes. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. We're going to come to the center, reach the arms up really high here, turn your toes in, exhale, hinge and fold. Walk your fingertips forward, bend into your knees a little bit, and feel this reach in your shoulder blades. Feel this length here if you want, keep your legs long, and then just sway your hips from side to side. Awesome, nice deep breaths. Then we'll slide our hands back in. Walk yourself back to the front and step it back to plank pose. Lower your knees. Hold here, squeeze your glutes, draw your shoulder blades back, and then slowly lower to the ground. Push your pubic bone down. Start to walk your arms forward like a V, and I want you to slide your hands forward even more. So you feel this lift here in the shoulders. You feel them reaching forward. Then lift your left arm, put it down, and then lift your right arm. So moving from side to side here. Should be hard work on your shoulders. Maybe you can lift your arms a lot, maybe only a little. See if you can reach those fingertips forward just a little bit more. 3. Awesome. 2. 1. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press back up through that modified plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a little bit of a bend left and right and just notice how one side feels different than the other. Walk the hands back about 2/3 of the way. Heels plant down, reach your fingertips forward. Maybe you can push your butt back just a little bit more here as we breathe. Feel this length in your spine. Feel your head relax. Walk your hands and bring your hands to your hips. Rise all the way up. Awesome, great job. Let's take that walk to the front of our mat, or top of our mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Grow really tall here. Lift those shoulders up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Step your left toes back, lower to your left knee, untuck your toes, and come up for a low lunge. Take those hands straight forward. Same thing. Protract through the shoulders, retract the shoulders, and then come back to neutral. So protract, retract, neutral. Protract, retract, neutral. 2 more, protract, retract, neutral. Protract, retract, neutral. Right hand comes to your hip or to your low back. Left hand comes to the ground. Draw that shoulder blade into your back. Feel it click into place. Tuck your right toes under and then lift your hip. Awesome. Pause here for a second. Breathe. Pull that right hip back. Squeeze into your glutes. Pull your chin back and then maybe drop your ear towards your shoulder. But feel your left arm nice and powerful. Feel your right leg nice and powerful. Bend a little bit here into your left leg. Right hand stays at your low back. As you reach up, left arm grows really tall. Maybe you stay here or start to take a little bit of a back bend, but keep the core really integrated. We have a tendency here to want to dump into our low back, glutes on. Take your gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Awesome, and then slowly come forward. Left hand to your thigh, right hand to your low back. Warrior 3. Lean into your legs. Again, balance problems you can grab for a chair or grab the wall. And then come to stand, draw your left leg in. A lot of balance is going to depend on what surface you're on. Slowly press back. And then come forward. And then it's all about letting the shoulders, the core, and the glutes work together to support your whole body. Come up. And then press back. One more. Come up. Pause here. Take a big step to the left. Side lunges. Take those arms up like a T here. Taking up some space, finding some movement here. Moving from side to side. Awesome. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Come to the front. Bring your hands to the ground. Bring your knees to the ground. Slide your foot back. Come to your plank pose and then slow lower to the ground. Your arms out like again. This time, fingertips side as far forward as you can and try and lift and lower both arms at the same time. Lift and find a slow descent. Lift and a slow descent. Lift and then lower. 2 more. Lift and then lower. Last one. Lift and then lower. Press back up through your half plank. Press back, downward facing dog. Awesome. And then pedal it out a little bit. Let's lower down to our knees. And we'll come to a seat here for a second. And I just want you to sit however it feels comfortable. We're going to do a little bit more shoulder movement. So bring your arms like a cactus. We're going to start with the left arm. Bring the left arm up, move it back, and then down. Right arm up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And as you can see here, through my shoulder movement, and I'll turn to the other side, you can see my shoulder, my scapula, that shoulder blade, moving on my back here. And as we breathe, you should feel your shoulder moving. Yeah, getting a little bit of strengthening here in our shoulders, working them out. 3, awesome, 2, last one, and then relax the arms down, shake them out. Take your hands forward, and we're just gonna flick our fingertips. We've been doing, 9 days of yoga? We're getting a lot into our wrists. Just by flicking your fingertips, you can help start to work on some awesome mobility here in our wrists and in our forearms. You're really gonna strengthen them through the next couple days. Awesome, 3 more. Then you're gonna take your thumb into the inside of your hand and wrap your fingers around it and roll your hands. Awesome. You should feel this in your wrists, in your palms, in your hands, and then reverse the direction that you're moving. And then bring that thumb out and put it on top of your pointer finger, so to the side, and then same thing, we'll roll the wrists. And then reverse. Awesome, that should feel really good. And then bring your thumb on top and then roll your wrists again. And then reverse. Yeah, feel it. Each time it feels a little bit different here. And then we'll take those left fingertips forward and we'll pull the fingertips back. Awesome. And then release. I want you to take your thumb, grab your thumb, and then pull it out to the side. Be gentle here, but think about opening your pinky finger. And then we'll switch. So right fingertips come up, pull with the left hand, pull it back. Then take it forward, grab for the thumb, and pull the thumb apart and breathe. Awesome, then check out your hands, roll your arms a couple times, and great job. Let's lower down to the ground. We'll do a little bit more shoulder movement here. Draw your knees into your chest. We're gonna drop the knees over to the left, and then bring your right hand on top of your left. You're gonna start to find a circle here. Yeah, so we've already done this before, but I want you to think about grazing your fingertips on the ground if you can. And as you do this, you'll feel your shoulder blade move here. Having some microphone problems today. It doesn't seem to like my outfit. What are you gonna do? Just keep rolling that shoulder. And if you want, try bending your elbow. And as you bend your elbow and roll the elbow, you'll feel your pec muscle open just a little bit more. Awesome, then take the right fingertips all the way over to the right, and we'll come up through center with the knees and over to the right. Now left hand on top, same thing. Circle the arm. Yeah. And try to drag those fingertips on the ground. You might be noticing how dirty your floor is or that you need to sweep. It happens. Awesome. One more big roll, open to the left, and then bring your knees back through center, and we'll just keep the knees folded into the chest, and maybe you want to bring your hands to your shins, or even wrap your arms around your shins, and just pause here for a second. See if you can make the back of your neck really long here. And then we're going to take a breathing exercise, so go ahead and extend your legs and extend your arms. Draw your shoulder blades back just a little bit here, so you're pinning the shoulder blades onto the back. Hands can come to your belly. And take a nice deep exhale. Breathe into your belly and feel your belly expand. As you exhale, feel your belly drop, and maybe you can even push out a little bit more air. Breathe into your belly and out of your belly. Now take your hands to your ribs. Feel your rib cage expand as you inhale. Feel your ribs open. Feel your lungs fill. And then as you exhale, pull your ribs together and let the ribs come in. Inhale into the ribs. Exhale out of the ribs. One more breath into the ribs. And out. Now bring your hands to your chest. Inhale, feel your chest rise. Exhale, let your chest fall. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls. One more into the chest. Keep one hand on your chest, bring one hand to your belly. Let's put all three parts together. Breathe into your belly, into your ribs, into your chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Exhale. One more breath just like this. Belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. You can continue with this breath on your own for as long as you like. If you want to pause the video, you're more than welcome to. And start to bring some movement to your toes and your fingers, your head and your neck. Bend your knees and bring one arm up, and we'll roll over to our side. And slowly press up to a seat here, spine nice and tall. Really kind of stack your bones here and see how much more you can lift. And I want you to just take a moment and take a really deep breath in into your belly, into your body. Feel your diaphragm expand. Take a big exhale. Thank you so much for sharing this day with me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit like and comment below about your favorite part. I hope you have a wonderful day.